Welcome back to the Netherlands. I remember the last time I spoke to you was at the Best Kept Secret Festival, just moments before you did the gig at the main stage. And I remember that afterwards you just jumped into the lake at the Best Kept Secret Festival. It must have been like a peak core festival 2022 memory, right? Or how was that for you?
Yeah, that was really fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's one of our favourite festivals to play. First time we played on that stage there, we jumped into the lake. So I feel like, if we were saying earlier, if we get invited back in the lake, it is with us.
You have to. It's
even,
a tradition.
Yeah, any weather.
Yeah. And how was the rest of the festival season? Was it as rock and roll as jumping into lakes and everything?
Less
that
lakes.
Moment?
There wasn't as many beautiful lakes, but we had a beautiful time. It was amazing. Like, we've had such a great year generally. The kind of festival season was so crazy, starting from Glastonbury and going right through until like September. So we've been really lucky to be back playing shows and seeing everyone back at festivals. Kind of feels really, really good.
Yeah. Now 2 weeks into European tour. How's it going? How's Europe treating you?
Oh, it's amazing. We these shows were rescheduled because of the pandemic and stuff, and
yeah.
I think quite a lot of people are seeing us on this Blue Weekend album tour for the first time. So the energy has been just so fantastic, and like, we were all really shocked by these shows being as kind of amazing as they have been. The vibe's just great. Everyone's been such a treat, and yeah, we're like on a little home straight right now. So it feels great.
Yeah. And are you still like? I think it's a complicated question, but still thinking about Brexit and how it affects, touring in Europe, and for you as a band, are you still, coping with that and everything that happened?
Yeah, I think there's been like some big changes that lots of people have had to cope with in order to tour over here, like especially smaller bands. I think we've been pretty lucky that we've been able to get over for a number of reasons. Really, it's tough, but feel extremely grateful that we were able to, and I hope that there's some kind of help and system that can be put into place to allow other artists from the UK to come and tour over here, because it's so good and so fun, and likewise the other way around. I don't know what that's going to be like either for people coming into the UK. So, touring is expensive all the time in since forever. So you don't need anything making it any harder, really.
No, but it might sound cliche, but I'm reading more and more articles, and more bands and artists are, speaking up and talking about how, tough it is, not only in terms of money, but also, mental. Yeah. And now you have also this Brexit things going on.
It's really sad, because as a cultural export, bands and music has always been something to be really proud of as a British, to be from where we're from. And I think most people didn't want that to happen, and then the result of what is happening is even harder to deal with. So I think there needs to be a lot more infrastructure for people who can't afford to be able to afford to come over here, because it's not great, is it?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, tough times. Let's talk about fun things, because last week you played in Paris, and Ellie, I saw that you were singing all the way up on the balcony, if I'm right. How did you end up there? What was that moment?
Well, it was such a beautiful venue. Oh my God, I can't remember what.
Trianon.
Oh, right. Yeah, like one of those kind of red velvet theatre type things, and the balcony was just like, it just was calling to me. It was calling to my GCSE drama version of myself to go up there and pretend I was Juliet. So it was, but actually I'm quite afraid of heights, so it was not pleasant for me at all, really. The balcony was really low, so it was like, I don't know, and I'd had a couple of wines.
A couple of weens.
Wees. I had a couple of wees.
Wow.
I didn't wee.
Well, just for the record. Okay, cool. But a great French experience. Lovely.
It was beautiful. It was a really fun gig, actually. Like, so fun. Like, some of our family and friends came out, and I don't know. It was just really.
It was really special.
It was really cool. Yeah.
And now you're in this like Dutch mini tour, 3 sold out shows in different cities in the Netherlands. Is there a special connection between Wolf Alice and the Dutch audience, would you say?
Yeah, 100%. I think, I don't know if it was actually Amsterdam, but it was somewhere in Holland was our first show outside
like
of England.
London Calling or whatever it was called, I think.
Yeah.
Was it that though? I think it was that weird festival we played first.
Wasn't that London Calling? No.
That's Inside Paradiso.
It was like it was a different version of that. It was the same thing. But yeah, we played all our songs 55,000 times too fast.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we were children. But it was, I think,
because
was
you were
the
like
first place we
hyped,
played
or?
in Europe.
It was, yeah,
Outside
I think it was the first
UK,
place.
yeah. So yeah, we have got a really special connection. We used to come over here, you know. I mean, that just testament to even more why Brexit is so terrible, because we had such an amazing experience coming over in a van with one person driving us and helping us out. But yeah, we've always had a good time here. It's been a pleasure every time, and it feels so good to be playing more than just one show. That's so sick.
Yeah, and do some sightseeing in the Netherlands, maybe just a little bit. Speaking of special shows, this summer you joined Harry Styles on his European tour. What was the experience like being part of, you know, the traveling circus, the whole thing around Harry Styles and his amazing tour?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was really great. Like it was just such a kind of jubilant atmosphere, and it was, you know, a privilege to be able to watch that show every night. And you know, everyone in his crew and his band and stuff, so welcoming and lovely to us and his fans as well. And just like really, really, I could see why they call it like Love on Tour. It just really like just positive energy. It was really nice.
Yeah. And for you, what was a memory or a special night that you?
I mean, the very first show we did, we played in Hamburg, and it was most of the tour was in arenas, and this was in a stadium. And we just kind of got back. We came from America, nearly missed playing Glastonbury, got to Glastonbury, and then we had like a day, and then we got to Hamburg, and we started this tour with Harry Styles. And you're a bit apprehensive because our music is not necessarily. I just don't know whether people are going to like you. You know, people. You don't know what it's going to be like, so it's kind of daunting. But I remember there was just a stadium full of kids and people who are just so receptive and so lovely, and you could kind of see like low-flying planes were coming over when I looked up, and it was just, and everyone put their phone torches out, and it was like a real lovely like kind of entry point into this really like joyous tour that we then did. And I don't know, that's one of my many good memories, you know, playing in some beautiful places, and it was just a really great experience and really nice.
I'm really looking forward. I'm going to go to the show in Amsterdam next year because it's like my TikTok algorithm is just the Harry Styles shows.
My TikTok algorithm is just Harry Styles as well, yeah. And like people making sandwiches.
Just the two. Just those two things.
That. And some dogs.
But it's interesting, right? Because I see there's so much going on at the Harry Styles show. Like there's this thing that fans are throwing things just at him, at his face.
This is a bad vibe. Weird. I think throwing things on stage is kind of okay if it's like soft and nice. Don't throw stuff at people's faces. Yeah. Like whatever.
Yeah, why people are throwing phones on stage to some bands now?
Oh,
like
really?
probably to like take their picture
selfie,
and stuff, and then it's been like hitting them and that.
Yeah, phone's heavy. And if you throw that from a distance, that's bad news.
Yeah, and I feel like how you're gonna notice or remember whose phone it is. Like, are you taking the BeReals on shows and those kind of things
we have
right now?
been doing that actually.
How do you feel about that?
We're responsible for some of this.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Start launching their phones back out.
Let's see what happens tonight. I don't think the BeReal notification has been today. No.
BeReal will happen if it's handed gently to you. If it hits you in the side of your temple and concusses you, then you're not going to do the beat. We might do.
Yeah. And you're going to do a beautiful session at 3FM. I'm super happy to have you here. Can you reveal a little bit for the listeners right now what you're going to play, what kind of setting it is, what we're going to hear?
Well, we recorded a kind of reimagining of some of our songs earlier this year and called it Blue Lullaby. But we never really we've not had many opportunities to play them in those formations, so I'm going to play a few of them today.
Thank you so much. Really looking forward. Enjoy the shows in Holland, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We will.
Enjoy. Yeah.